Hi guys, how are you? We are here for our first math lesson for this week. We have been practicing counting by tens and counting how many groups of 10 that we have. And this week we're going to do something, we're going to add on to that. So this week we're going to be talking about groups of 10, but then we're also going to be talking about ones. So we are going to start off today with a math words and ideas, and we will talk more about it after we hear this.
Tens and ones. In my class, we like to count the number of fingers on different groups of kids. There are 3 children standing at the front of the room. Each student has 10 fingers. 10, 20, 30. There are 30 fingers. Then Paul comes over and adds 5 more fingers. Now, how many fingers are there?
Okay, so if you look at Paul over here, he only has one of his hands up. His other hand is down. So that means we're only adding 5. We're not adding 10 more. So what should we do? Let's see.
I know that 10 plus 10 is 20. Plus 10 more is 30. Then I count the extra ones. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Deshaun counts them by tens. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Leah knows that 3 kids had 30 fingers. 30 and 5 more fingers is 35 fingers. We all agree that 3 groups of 10 fingers and 5 more fingers makes 35 fingers. I can use these same strategies to count other things that come in groups of tens and ones. Here is a group of cubes. How many cubes are there?
Okay, so let's look at the cubes, and this time we notice that they are in towers. So we're not counting fingers, we're counting cubes and towers. So how would you count these? I think I would start by counting the tens just like they did last time. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then I see that there's 2 extra. So now I need to count by ones. 51, 52. Let's see what they do.
This row has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cubes. I have 5 rows of 10 cubes. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Then I have 2 more cubes. 51, 52. 5 rows of 10 and 2 more cubes makes 52 cubes. The 5 tells us that there are 5 groups of 10 in this number. That's why it's called the tens place. The 2 tells us that there are 2 single cubes, or ones. That's why it's called the ones place. I can also represent a number using groups of tens and ones. For example, I can build a number using 10 frame cards. How many 10 cards would we need to show 43? Diego counts by tens to figure this out. 10, 20, 30, 40. You need 4 of them. Jacinta agrees, but she looks at the number to figure out how many groups of 10 to use. She says that 43 has 4 tens, so that's how she knows you need 4 10 cards. 4 10 cards makes 40. There are 40 dots. How many more dots do we need to make 43?
Okay, how many more dots do we need to make 43? We have 40. How many more do we need? I think you guys know.
Lyle thinks that since we have 40 and we need 43, we need a card with 3 dots. We have 40 and 3 more. 41, 42, 43. To make 43, we needed 4 10 cards and a 3 card. 43 has 4 tens and 3 ones. I can show a number using groups of tens and ones. And I can look at a number and figure out how many groups of 10 and how many ones I will need to represent it.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to move on over, and I'm going to go to a different page, and I'm going to teach you how to play a game that's called How Many Tens, and it's called Race to the Top. If we were in the classroom, we would play this game, but but you can still play that game because I figured out how to attach the link to the game center. So once I teach you this game, you can go on and click that link on the document and play this game. So this game is called Race to the Top, How Many Tens? Okay, so first, what we're going to do is we are going to tap the decks. We're going to flip over 2 numbers. The first number is going to be a 10 card, 30, and then the other card is going to be ones, 7. So what I need to do now is build the number 37, just like what we saw in the video. So I know that I need to make 30 first. So I'm going to pull my our 10 frame cards here. 10, 20, 30, and then I see that there are 7 ones. So you know what? I'm going to look right here at this card, and I see on this card that there's a 10 frame there with 7 flowers. So I'm going to find the 10 frame down here that has 7 dots. So now when I count these, let's make sure we have 37. 10, 20, 30, and then I can count on 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. So I have 37 cards or dots. Now I need to scroll all the way down here, and here's my recording sheet. My recording sheet is asking me how many tens there are. So in the number 37, I want to look down here. Does it have one group of 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens? So I'm going to come up here, and I see that I made 1, 2, 3 groups of 10. So with my marker, I'm going to write the number 37 where it has 3 tens, because the number 37 has 3 tens in it. All right, let's go back up and let's do one more. So let me move these out of the way, and then we will do one more example together. Okay, whoops, whoa, scrolling all over the place. All right, so 50, and let's do 8, 58, okay. So I'm gonna use these ones over here I just had. 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. And then now I need to find the mailman. Now I need to find the 10 frame down here that has 8. So here's the 10 frame that has 8. All right, now I'm going to count these just to double check and make sure that everything looks good, that I have 58. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. All right, now I want to see how many groups of 10 I made. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can scroll down here and I see that 58 has 5 groups of 10 in it. So I'm going to write the number 58 right here by 5 tens. So the goal of this game is then for you, as you keep flipping cards, you want to see which column, which groups of 10 you can make reach the top the fastest. So right now, I want to try to see if I can get my 5 groups of 10, if I can fill this all the way up. And once I fill that one all the way up, the game is over. All right, so you can hop to the Game Center and play that game if you would like. So now we are going to go back and I'm going to show you a quick daily practice, and then you guys can hop on over to Dojo to complete your assignment. So let's take a look here. We're going to practice with some problems to make sure we have got it. All right, so now we're going to talk about the words greater than and less than. So when we talk about the word greater, we're talking about bigger, more. And when we're talking about less, we're talking about fewer, smaller, okay? Greater, we're also talking about adding, and less, we're talking about subtracting. We can remember these because we can look and know that the alligator, remember we can kind of draw our teeth. Oh, that didn't work like I thought. The alligator eats the bigger number. So first, what we are going to do is we are going to count these. So I know that this is over here, that this is 10, 20, and now I can count because this, these cubes do not go all the way to the end here. I know that that's not a group of 10, so I have to count them by ones. So we have 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So I'm going to write 28 over here. So first we're going to count our cubes, and then we'll talk about greater than or less than. All right, the same thing. Here I have 10. Okay, this guy, he doesn't come. Look, he's not all the way to the end, so I need to count by ones. What comes after 10? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. So I have the number 28 and the number 19. We are going to read this equation just like we read a book. You have to start from the left to right. So I'm going to read this as 28 is greater than 19 or 28 is less than 19. 28 is greater than 19. So I am just going to circle greater than. Okay, so the reason I know that 28 is more than 19 is because I see that there are two groups of 10 in the number 28, and there's only one group of 10. So if I'm looking here at my tens place, I know that 2 is greater than 1. So that means 28 is greater than 19. All right, let's do the next one together. All right, so first we want to count our cubes. 10, 20, I want to make sure there's a dot there. 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. So I'm going to write 37 here. Now I'm going to count my green cubes, counting by tens first. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42. Okay, same as before, we're going to read this problem from left to right, just like we read a book. 37 is greater than 42, or 37 is less than 42. Okay, so is my alligator going to eat 37, or is my alligator going to eat 42? Yeah, he's going to eat 42. So I know that 42 is greater than 37 because I see that there are 4 groups of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. And I see that there's only 1, 2, 3 groups of 10. So that means that 37 is less than 42. All right, we have one more. Our numbers are getting a little bit bigger. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53. Okay, so 53. And then over here, 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Okay, so let's see. And you know what? I'm going to show you a different way this time. Not a different way, but I'm going to change my colors here. I see that 53 has a 5 in the tens place, and 48 has a 4 in the tens place. So I know that 5 is more than 4. So I'm going to say that 53 is greater than, it's more than 48. And I'm going to circle here. Cool. All right, guys, so today we talked about how we can count groups of 10, and also we can count extra ones that are added on after that. And then we talked about how we can look at numbers and we can compare to see which numbers are greater and which ones are less. And we can look at the tens place to help us figure out which number is greater and which number is less. So today you're going to hop on over to Dojo and you are going to practice doing some counting. See ya.